All right, in this video, what I want to talk about is pay-per-call ads. A lot of my clients that I deal with locally have service businesses, and they just really care about having calls come in. That's basically the way that their business is set up. So, um, what I've done is I've taken, with the new online advertising technology, is to make ads for them that only focused on generating calls. So we didn't want people to go to their website to fill out a form. We didn't want people to go to their website to see what they had to offer. What we wanted to do was just to make an ad and allow those individuals to see the ad, and then they would only have the option to call. And this works really well with junk car buying. It works well with point companies, any type of company where it's a service where people want to get in touch with someone and be able to ask them if they can to utilize their service. It works good with plumbing services. I mean, there's a long list, but this is a very good technique, strategy that I put in place. So basically, what we're doing now, you're right here is you're seeing this is the cost of the ad. Now, so that means that I have to do such a good job to where they would be willing to pay this amount and pay my fee. For most of these clients, there are some smaller clients, they pay me either five to $10,000 per month to run these campaigns. Now, for this particular campaign here, I could tell you that this individual, for the $44,000 that was spent, made over, I would say, 250 to $300,000. I remember saying to him I should have charged him more. You can see here, so let's just break it down. This is the impressions. Now, you might be saying, well, that's a low amount of impressions. Well, when you're doing pay per call, you don't want to just have people clicking and calling your number. You want to make sure that you have some sort of uh, process in place to where you will have negative keywords to kind of minimize bad calls. So right here, this represents how many calls he had. It says clicks, but this is actually calls because we did not have the campaign uh, to where they could go to any website or any forms. So these actually represent calls, 1,558 calls. It was a 5.04% interaction rate, and it was $28.57 per the average cost per click. So you might be saying, well, why is that so high? It's because this industry, particularly with the one that we're dealing with right here, has a lot of competition. So you could see why so many people try to do pay per clicking and they're not successful. It's because they don't even have a product or service that would even be able to afford to pay $28.57 um, per click. And just because people click and call you doesn't mean that they're going to actually get your service. So you have to actually have a lot of things in place to make sure you do that. And that's what we specialize in with these companies. We told them what you need to have in place. Just to let you know, one of the issues that we found out is we put a tracking number in between so we would be able to know that the business was getting calls. But when we first started this type of project program, we didn't have a tracking number in place. We just left it up to the business owner. And a lot of business owners were saying, well, I didn't get any calls. I don't know what's going on. I don't, it's not working. And so we put a tracking number in place. And one of the benefits that ended up happening that we didn't even intend on was that we were able to record all of the calls. And we started finding that some of the employees for some of these companies were answering the phone, they were unprofessional, they rushed people, they didn't even explain the service that they could offer. And we were able to get that information over to the owners of the business, and they were able to make those corrections. And they didn't have to take our word for it. They were listening straight to their people. And then it also helped us out because we started seeing that, hey, you are getting a lot of calls. And so you can see here it was $28.57 the average cost per click. They spent on just this one campaign. They had some of these advertisers had multiple campaigns, but you can see it was $44,512.60. Now, here are the conversions. So you can see here, these are the calls, here are the conversions, and then here is the average cost per conversion. So how do we get that figured? That means that when they stayed on the phone and actually visited and made a sale, we had it programmed in there to where if they made a sale, this information would be triggered. And you could do that by several ways. If you're staying on the phone a certain period of time could be considered a conversion. You know, most of these business owners say, hey, if I have someone on the phone for a certain period of time, it's going to be a sale. And it was worked in that way, or it could be worked in where it's actually inputted. So you can see here the conversion rates are very high because they're dealing with the business owner or the employees by phone. They don't have to have a follow-up call to call them back. So it's mainly if you are good at answering your phone and following through and speaking professionally, you're able to close a lot of sales. Now, right here, what this represents, this 43.25%, was because we designed the campaign so good that their ads for this particular type of campaign, they had a 43.25% impression share. That's the of the ads that were displayed with this specific group. That was the percentage that they had on there. Now you can see that it goes down for certain ones. This could be relative to different types of campaigns or lower types of budgets that you can see. And then you can see it actually does say that. You can see with the lower budgets, you're not going to be able to get as much share of the impressions that come through from the ads, but you can see that these advertisers did spend a good amount of money. Now, you can see the difference here. It says the bid strategy. I've done different ones with manual CPC. That's where you can look at the keywords and they'll tell you, hey, you know, if you want to be on the first page, you need to bid this, but you're in control of it. And then they have enhanced cost per click. That's where Google is going to start you out at the rate to be able to get you the best amount of impressions. And then they're going to kind of control it. And you can tell them, hey, you can raise my bids a certain percentage to be able to get me more impressions. And just so you understand, impressions translate into clicks, which translates into calls. So if you watch my videos, you know that I say everything starts with the ad. So if you have a nice ad, that a winning ad, if you have a winning ad, this ad has to speak to that individual because when they search for your particular product or service, first thing they're going to look at is the ad. If your ad is just in general, it's not really attracting any attention. And you have to be careful on Google, though. They don't let you just say anything, and there's no picture or anything that comes with these types of ads. So it's basically a text ad. You have to, to kind of relate this, you have to be very good at writing classified ads to be good with advertising on Google. And that's even for the regular ads that go to websites. So I've, from my years of doing print advertisements, I'm very good at making classified ads that get attention. So you can see the proof right here. These are the clicks. And then you can see with this ad spend close to 300 grand in profit. So if you want to find out more information about how you can generate calls for your business, you can either set up a consultation call with me. I have a program where I actually teach you exactly how to do this step by step. Links are below this video. I also want to invite you to sign up for my Let's Level Up Your Business 5-day challenge so you can see exactly how to do this. I'll teach you how to do it in my live class. And, you know, the link is below this video and you can get signed up and we'll let you know, we'll leave your information and we'll let you know when we're going to have the next class where I'll teach you exactly how you can generate calls for your business without having people go to your website. This is where it'll be generating calls directly to you. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of Blue Book MKE and the creator of Let's Level Up Your Business 5-day challenge.